There's a major update coming next week and I'm here to help you get ready for it. Hello, my name is Jennifer and welcome to my news video. I am going to cover a few things. What's coming in the update, important steps to prepare, expected impact on mods, how to temporarily avoid the update on computer, what time the update is expected. So what's coming in the update? In case you missed it, we're getting new life stage infants. And of course the CAS build by to support those infants. Some changes to existing babies, i.e. newborns, changes to the length of current life stages. I'm not sure if that's only for normal or if that's also for the short and long spans too. Changes to the social menu, changes to child skill building, changes to how Sims make friends between different ages, and new body marks and category for them. As well as hopefully some bug fixes. We know that the high chair in particular is supposed to be fixed, but I have not seen a laundry list yet, so I don't know what's being fixed. I also hope that the console are getting their fix to their build issues that happened with the January 31st update. So, but I don't know anything about that. So moving along, the very first thing I'm going to say is back up your saves. I can't say this enough. If you're on computer, you really should be making a backup. So you can either do that to an external hard drive, a USB key, you can do it somewhere online or even somewhere else on your computer, possibly your desktop, just so you have another copy. You want to copy it and paste it somewhere else. That's really the main thing that I'm going to say. However, if you're on console and you aren't able to back up your saves, play in a new save. Don't touch your existing saves until you hear if there are any issues that can break your saves, because some of these major updates can break saves. We had that happen with the pre-high school years update, where people who were playing on short and particularly long lifespans, their Sims were aging up and dying, and if you didn't have a backup or some way to get out of that, you lost those Sims. And that's probably even more of an issue on console, because with computer you can recover your saves to the last 5 times you saved, and also if you backed up your saves you could always pull those out. I personally, even though I do back up my saves with every update, I actually still avoid my saves because I also play in a mod-free save after an update, because mods often break, and in this case, this is a major update changing a lot of underlying code. Most major mods are expected to break. So if you play, and it doesn't have to necessarily just be a family mod, if you saw all the things that it's changing, it changes a lot. It's a big update. So I would be shocked if not all major mods broke, but for sure a lot of them will break, and possibly some CC. So, and I've seen different modders saying that, including Deaderpool, who has this Patreon post, which is a free Patreon post. So it's not locked. You don't need to be a Patreon to have this post. So he said, we're swiftly approaching the big EA update that will be adding infants to The Sims 4. As mentioned in other posts, it's expected that this update will break a lot of mod CC out there. When toddlers were added, that was the case. There you go. When another life stage was added, a lot of mods and CC broke. He then goes on to say, as always, when EA releases an update like this, he will try to get the current version of MCCC hotfixed and released to a playable state ASAP. This usually happens in several hotfix releases, since there are many different things people can do in the game that MCC touches that he can't effectively test. Anything that comes up that is critical to gameplay, he will get fixed in a hotfix. Anything that can be worked around or doesn't impact someone's game to the point that it breaks the game, he will often wait until the next public release to fix this. I know a lot of people use MCC, so that's why I'm focusing on this particular one. And he also then goes on to say, we sometimes get questions from people asking if MCCC will be ready when the update is released, but that's not how it works. He doesn't get the updates any sooner than any other player does, so there's not a way for him to have it ready before it's released to players. So this is for all modders. None of them get the update early. So when the update comes out, that's when they can start working on it. So he then goes on to say something that I would also say: some players may want to disable game updates until their favorite mods get updates. I already show that in my how to prepare for game updates tutorial video, but that showed how to do it with Origin. So if you're a Mac player, that would still be the case. But if you are a Windows player, EA app is now the way you have to do it. So EA app does have that option. So you want to go to the top where those 3 lines are and to settings, and then in there you want to go to the download tab, and from there you can see it says updates, and then I actually have it off right now. But if it looks blue like that, then you have automatic updates on. You want to turn that off. You do not want your game updating automatically if you want to avoid the update. So of course that's still not going to be enough to avoid the update. You will also have to go offline with the EA app, or if you're a Mac player with Origin. And so then there's that option to go offline, and then it will come up with this message. Are you sure you want to go offline? And it does also say if you close the app, you'll automatically go online the next time you log in, which is fine because you have the automatic updates off. So if you turn your computer off and turn it back on again and you log on, it'll tell you that there's an update available. Just go offline again. So this is what it looks like when you're offline. And there have been sometimes some reported issues if you play offline that your packs won't show up, and I have had that happen. But what I've done is essentially just go back online, don't do the update, and then go offline again, and then my packs are there. It's just a possible workaround that you can try. So that is something you can do if you're, you don't want to play without your mods and you want to wait until you find out if your modders have updated the mods. And some modders have personal things going on in their life, so they might not be able to get to the updates right away. And some mods are just big and take a while to figure it out. And I do know that with some past big updates, like Deadpool said, there were a few hot fixes. So the first one that came out wasn't the final one. There were more versions. So you need to be on top of that in terms of, everything to do with your mods if you do use mods. Of course, if you have CurseForge, it's supposed to be automatic, but it still is the same, that it's not going to get the update till they're updated. So it's not automatic in terms of the update came out and everything's updated. They have to wait for the modders to update the mods themselves. And I've actually heard that sometimes the updates are actually not even released to CurseForge as quickly as if you just went and got them yourself. I don't use CurseForge, but I had seen that recently mentioned. So anyways, that's it for mods. So if you want to know when the update normally is, it's 10 a.m. Pacific. And I have a thing on the screen there which has a few locations, so it'll tell you approximately when it's going to be coming to you. Everybody is going to be getting it the same moment. And then I also will have a link down below so that you can click on it and see exactly when in your own time zone it's going to be. But that also has this where it shows some popular cities as to where it is. And then some people, daylight saving starts this weekend. Where I am, it does. So the time is on the obviously new daylight savings time. So there's some more cities, and then it's 1 p.m. Eastern for me because that's where I am located. So I do have a Facebook group where I tend to show all this stuff as soon as I see it as the update comes out, and then later I do a video with a look at the mod impact and whatnot. But so if you want to come join that, if you're on Facebook, the link will be down below. So let me know if you're thinking of going offline to temporarily avoid the update, or if you're going to just go for it right away in a comment down below. But that's going to be it for this video. Likes and comments are always appreciated, and they really help with the algorithms. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!